Hello students, in this class we are going to start new chapter called coordination compounds. This is very most important chapter both for your board exam as well as for your competitive exam also. In board exam it carries 6 marks. In sometimes they can also take one question for 1 mark question also. Actually it is only for the 3 marks. They have to ask only two questions of carry each question carrying 3 marks. In certain papers they even taken this chapter one question taken from this chapter for the first main also. For the coordination for the competitive exam also this chapter is very most important one. Nearly they can ask 3 to 4 questions from this coordination compounds. Very important chapter. These coordination compounds also called as the complex compounds. Coordination compounds, another name is the complex compounds. These compounds they can found both in the living, they occurs both in the living and non-living systems. They can occur both in living as well as in the non-living systems. For example, you take hemoglobin. This hemoglobin mainly contains Fe2 plus ion. This is important one. Name the transition metal atom present in the hemoglobin. It is a Fe2 plus ion. Hemoglobin, chlorophyll, that is green pigment present in the plants, that is chlorophyll only contains the non-transition metal atom, that is of Mg2 plus. Mg not belongs to the transition element, it is an S block element. Name the coordination compounds which contains non-transition element means the chlorophyll that contains Mg2 plus. Even vitamin B12, they are all examples for the some of the coordination compounds present in the living system. Name the complex compounds which present in living systems means they either hemoglobin, chlorophyll or vitamin B12. This vitamin B12 that contains the cobalt 2 plus. Cobalt 2 plus is the metal ion. Hemoglobin contains Fe2 plus, chlorophyll contains Mg2 plus, vitamin B12 contains cobalt 2 plus. These are the some of the coordination compounds present in the living systems. Then remaining all in our syllabus we are considering other compounds. Those are all examples for the non-living compounds. The complex compound present in the non-living system. Then before going to this coordination compound, first we consider inorganic salts. They are of 3 types. Inorganic salts are of 3 types. They mainly may be simple salt. Simple salt definition is that simple salt that made up of one acid radical, one cation and one anion. One acid radical and one basic radical. That basic radicals we are called as an cation. Basic radical is called cation, and acid radical it is called anion. The simple salt is one which contains one basic radical and one acid radical, or one cation and one anion. For example, you take NaCl, sodium chloride. This contains Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus is the basic radical, Cl minus is the acid radical. Or you take KNO3, potassium nitrate, that contains K plus NO3 minus. that K plus is called as an basic radical, NO3 minus is called a acid radical. These are some of the examples. Simple salt means which contain only one basic radical and one acid radical. Second type of the salt is the double salt. Double salt. Double salts means which are made up of two simple salts. Which are made up of the double salts made up of two simple salts. Example for that double salts are the carnallite. Carnallite. These are all important. Carnallite formula is KCl MgCl2 6H2O. This is the composition of the carnallite. Carnallite made up of two simple salts. One has the KCl, another one has the MgCl2. KCl has K plus and Cl minus. This is one simple salt. MgCl2 has Mg2 plus and Cl minus. Hence, combination of the two simple salts we can call the double salts. Then carnallite, then one more is an Morse salt. More salt. That Morse salt also called as ferrous ammonium sulfate. Ferrous ammonium sulfate, FAS. FAS means the ferrous ammonium sulfate. FAS commonly called as the Morse salt. Ferrous sulfate, Morse salt formula is FeSO4. Ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4. NH4 twice SO4, 6H2O. This is the Morse salt formula. FeSO4 as one simple salt and ammonium sulfate is another simple salt, because FeSO4 consisting of Fe2 plus and SO4 2 minus. NH4 twice SO4 can made up of NH4 plus and SO4 2 minus. That combination of two simple salt we can call the double salt. Then one more is the potash alum. Potash alum. Potash alum formula is the K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. This is called as the potash alum. It is also a double salt because made up of two simple salts. One K2SO4 because contains K plus and SO4 2 minus. Another simple salt Al2SO4 thrice consisting of Al3 plus SO4 2 minus. This is considered as an potash alum. Then very most important point, this carnallite and Morse salt commonly called as an only double salt. Only called as an double salt, but not called as an alum. Alum, just it is a double salt. When we are called alums means if a double salt contains 24H2O, double salt having 24 moles of the H2O, then those double salts we can call as an alum. That means all alums are the double salts. All alums are the double salts, but all double salts they are not the alums. This carnallite and Morse salt they contains only 6H2O. They not contains 24H2O. Hence these two are carnallite and Morse salt. They are not the alums, just they are called as a double salt. This potash alum is a double salt as well as alum, because all alums must contain the 24H2O. Then very most important point, these simple salts and double salts, simple salts and double salts, they can lose their identity, when dissolved in water. Both simple salts and double salts lose their identity when dissolved in water. Lose their identity meaning is, for example, you take NaCl. When dissolved in water, forms Na plus and Cl minus. That will answer for that Na plus as well as for the Cl minus. Similarly, KNO3, when dissolved in water, it gives test for the K plus and the NO3 minus. Then you take carnallite. When carnallite dissolved in water, it gives K plus ion, Cl minus ion and Mg2 plus ion. That will answers for all these ion, K plus ion, Cl minus ion as well as an Mg2 plus ion. In case of alum, it gives answers for the K plus, SO4 2 minus and Al3 plus. In more salt, it will answer for Fe2 plus, SO4 2 minus and NH4 plus. This is called they lose their identity when dissolved in water. Both simple salts and double salts lose their identity when dissolved in water. This is about the simple salt and the double salt. Then third type of the salts are the complex compounds. Complex compounds also called as the coordination compounds. The inorganic salts may be either simple salts, double salts, and the third one is the complex compound. Complex compounds also called as the coordination compound. Next, study about the complex compounds. Complex compounds means they are also called as a coordination compounds. Complex compounds also called as the coordination compounds. A coordination compound is defined as the compounds in which central metal atom or ion is surrounded by the suitable number of negative ions or neutral molecules. Sometimes it may be negative ion or maybe neutral molecules. They are coordinated, they are bonded, they are coordinated to metal atom. They are coordinated to metal atom by a coordinate bond. By using a coordinate bond. Those are called complex compounds. Complex compound definition is to follow as it is. The compounds in which central metal atom, for example, this is the central metal atom or ion, Mn plus ion. The central metal atom or ion, it is surrounded by suitable number, certain number that depends on the metal ion used. Suitable number of negative ion. This is L. L means we are commonly using ligand. Suitable number of negative ion. This may be either negative ion or maybe neutral molecule. Sometimes they carry negative charge or without a charge. That is, these negative ion or neutral molecule coordinated, they are bonded to the metal by using a coordinate bond. This is the coordinate bond. By using a coordinate bond, this direction indicates that electrons flows from negative ion to the metal atom. Always that coordinate bond direction is towards the metal atom. While writing the structure of the coordination compound, you have to show the arrow mark towards the metal atom, because in these complex compounds, the central metal atom, which accepts the electron from these negative ions, are neutral molecules. This is called as a coordination compound. Coordination compound definition is the compounds in which central metal atom or ion surrounded by the suitable number of negative ions or neutral molecules which are bonded to the metal atom by using a coordinate bond. For example, you take K4FeCN6. K4FeCN6. You have to represent this metal and negative ion in a square bracket. Then NiCO4. NiCO4. Next one more, CuNH3 SO4. There is one more example, that is K4FeCN6, NiCO4, CuNH3 SO4. You observe in all these examples, there is a central metal atom. This is the central metal atom. Then that central metal atom here, iron, central metal atom surrounded by the 6 Cn molecules. In this case, central metal atom nickel surrounded by 4 CO molecules. In this case, central metal atom copper surrounded by 4 NH3 molecules. These are all called as complex compounds. Then these simple salts and double salts lose its identity, but complex compound do not lose its identity. Do not lose its identity means if you dissolve this compound in water, it forms only 4K plus ion and FeCN6 4 minus ion. FeCN6 4 minus ion. When 1 mole of this compound dissolved in water, it produces totally 5 ions, 4K plus ion and FeCN6 4 minus. This compound will not give the test for Fe and Cn. This will answer for this compound FeCN6 4 minus, not for the iron and the Cn. This is called they not lose their identity when dissolved in water. Then this is very most important for 1 mark. 1 mole, this is 1 mole of name of this compound is potassium ferrocyanide. 1 mole of potassium ferrocyanide dissolved in water, how many ions are formed? They can ask like this. When 1 mole of potassium ferrocyanide dissolved in water, 5 ions are formed. This is the ionization, 4K plus, and this FeCN6 carries a 4 minus. This is totally 5 ions. Similarly, 1 mole of, this is called cuprammonium sulfate. When 1 mole of cuprammonium sulfate dissolved in water, this is the dissociation, CuNH3 4 2 plus SO4 2 minus. When 1 mole of cuprammonium sulfate dissolved in water, totally how many ions formed? This produces only 2 ions. That is 1 mole of SO4 2 minus and entire this ion. This cuprammonium sulfate not answers for the Cu and NH3. they not lose its identity. Entire this one belongs to one ion, not copper and NH3. This will not lose its identity. 1 mole of cuprammonium sulfate dissolved in water, totally 2 ions are formed. This not undergo ionization. This will not undergo. In a later we will discuss which type of compounds undergo ionization. Then one more, you take KF3 FeCN6. This is called potassium ferricyanide. K4FeCN6, it is called potassium ferrocyanide. K3, here K4, here K3. K3FeCN6, it is called potassium ferricyanide. When 1 mole of potassium ferricyanide undergo dissociation, it gives 3K plus ion and FeCN6 3 minus. Here 4 minus, here 3 minus. FeCN6 3 minus. FeCN6 3 minus. That means how many ions are formed? First one is 3K plus ion. 3K plus ion and FeCN6 3 minus. Totally 1 mole of potassium ferricyanide dissolved in water, only 4 ions are formed. 3K plus ion and FeCN6 3 minus ion. Totally 4 ions are formed. But K4FeCN6 gives 5 ions. This is about the coordination compound. In the next class, we can discuss about some common terms used in these coordination compounds.